lang yan.
Oo, Gora
Yeah,
Bells na yun.
it's going live na.
Okay, game.
Right now.
So,
Oh yeah, it's live on Facebook.
yeah, there, we're live.
All right,
Yes.
good evening.
Yes, good evening, good evening.
So guys, welcome once again to the Ethical Hypnosis Institute's live video. Today our topic is something very timely. I hope it's on everybody's mind. So Jason, can you please introduce our topic for tonight?
So, because Jov mentioned this, so, it's about how to use the knowledge of hypnotherapy and improving your relationships, improving your mental and emotional health by moving on and letting go of past hurt. So, anything about relationships. So, because it's the love month na, di ba? So, we have to be really careful with our with ourselves, especially now we're in lockdown. So, may mga iba they have self-imposed LDR, di ba? Or because of the LDR of the lockdown, di ba? There's a lot of issues that had come up, di ba? So,
Dito na nagkasubukan, ganon.
oo, di ba?
Diba? Nasa bahay-bahay lang, hindi makalabas eh.
Parang nagkaka-extra awareness lalo ng dahil walang ibang magawa, hindi makapag-work the same way, makapag-outing the same way, all the focus will be on ano bang month ngayon.
At least alam mong nasa bahay lang yung partner mo.
Sana.
Ngayon online na rin lahat eh.
Kailangan ngayon patunayan via webcam, no?
Mag-live
ka nga, mag-live ka nga. Ganun yung mag-live ka nga.
May Tinder na, may Grindr, tas may Bumble, di ba? Meron din,
yung
Bumble.
mga ganon.
So may mga online dating app na.
Kung wala talaga, sa Facebook comments ka na lang.
Facebook comments? Okay.
Doon na lang mag-uusap. So yeah,
Messenger.
Messenger. I think the reason nga we've invited everyone is the conventional way of dealing with this pain, yung letting go, moving on, or even cultivating a new relationship. Marami siyang, di ba, maraming folk beliefs, maraming rules na tuturo sa'yo ng family, ng friends, ng mga classmate mo. But it's tough when you're in that situation, di ba? If ikaw ang naka-focal point, ikaw ang nakakaramdam, sometimes mahirap mag-navigate, mahirap maintindihan ko anong nangyayari sa'yo in the moment. So, very important reason why Robert and Jason are here is to share usually ano ba yung mga hinihingi ng clients from them, especially when it comes to asking help through the ethical hypnosis method. Usually, Jason and Robert, ano ba yung mga complaints of people na related sa love problems when they go to you for help?
Siguro si Robert muna.
Okay. So, since usually kasi pag relationship, di ba, yan yung nilalapit. Minsan, hindi yan yung kagad, hindi yan yung kagad na lumalabas when they come to you with the problem. Di ba, usually, tatanungin lang, depressed ako, ganito, or anxious ako palagi, ganito. Kadalasan, yun muna yung complaint nila. Until digging deeper during the sessions, doon mo makikita na, ito may frustration pala siya sa partner niya. Doon sa, kasi yung partner ko palaging ganito eh. Or palagi akong sinisigawan, di ba? Or there are common cases are usually narcissist yung kapartner niya. As in, that's the common situation that or the case that I have. Kapag for example, depressed tong lalaki na to or yung babae na to, kadalasan yung partner nila is a narcissistic type of attitude or personality. So, doon mo makikita kung gaano siya nasasakal, doon mo nakita. And then, pinoproject niya yung problema niya sa ibang bagay. Which is kaya parang akala nila, ang problema nila is yon. So, upon digging deeper, doon mo makikita na, ito palalim ng palalim. Makikita mo yung mismong So, once na na-resolve yon, yung issues about it, now it was para bang on how the relationships are. Nagiging okay sila little by little.
I see.
So, actually, maraming manifestations yan eh. Minsan, yung iba, merong mga physical manifestations, minsan na-stress sila, nagkakaroon sila ng mga breakout, nagkakaroon sila ng mga sakit na hindi nila naintindihan. So, doon ko nakikita kung paano nagiging gano'n. Minsan nagiging psychosomatic yung issues.
Okay.
So,
Robert,
yeah.
would you say ano yon? Kasi maganda yung, at saka interesting yung point na na-mention mo na, di ba sa simula, usually iba yung i-present nila sa yung problema. Oftentimes yung symptoms sa yung hindi makatulog, di makakoncentrate, di ba ano yun, do you find na ano yun, sinasadya nila yun? Intentional nilang ayaw sabihin yung totoo?
No. Usually, since our minds, our unconscious mind is designed to protect us, as what we are saying usually, di ba, sa workshops natin. Since the unconscious mind is designed to protect us, ang nangyayari, the unconscious mind is finding ways to cover or to remove yung tinatawag nating pain.
Okay.
Okay? Kasi syempre, sino bang may gustong masaktan? Di ba? Parang ganon. So, ang nangyayari, nagkakaroon ng, kaya nga di ba meron tayong tinatawag na defense mechanisms, coping mechanisms. That's why, kapag ka nangyari na yon, minsan nagkakamali ng solusyon si unconscious mind. Okay? Kasi yun lang ang alam niya, yun lang yung alam niyang best way to cope with the pain or to negate yung pain. So, kapag ka ganun, nagiging manifestation is hindi siya makatulog, or para bang palagi ako may muscle pain, or palagi ako. So, unconsciously, it was designed to protect that person from the heartaches or from the para bang pain na na-experience niya with the relationship, within the relationship. So, pinoproject niya ngayon yung pain na nangyayari. So, imbis na para bang ang sisihin ko is yung partner ko, since mahal ko to, hindi ko siya sisihin, ipo-project niya dito in a way na okay, kasi ganito pala siya, so yun. So doon nagkakaroon na para bang hindi naman nila sinasadya, pero nagmo-manifest upon their actions, upon interviewing them, upon talagang para bang digging deeper within the problem, makikita mo yung core problems, lilitaw talaga. So although they're para bang they're doing it, they voluntarily saying it. So kasi syempre, inaano natin yung unconscious mind na kapag ka nagtiwala na sa atin, doon na siya magsasabi, then we'll see na, okay, so doon pala nanggagaling yun. Kasi once na na-resolve yun, makita mo, malaking impact sa kanya mismo, sa buhay niya. So, doon nagkakaroon na ng changes, doon na nagkakaroon ng development or para bang recovery yung tao.
I see. So parang what you're saying is pag kunyari mali yung problem na present and the person is working on the wrong problem, wala magiging change dun sa tao.
Well,
But if they're not working at the core problem.
Yes, kasi actually any mental condition or any mental issues that are manifesting, diba? Like for example, schizophrenia or bipolar or major depression, may mga key component yan. Like for example, ang requirement nila is dapat merong depression yung tao. So, kung gagalawin ko pa lahat ng problema sa iba, hindi ko rin maayos yun kasi ang hindi ko ginalaw is yung bakit siya depressed in the first place. Okay, sa site yan, ano natin yan, sa classroom, so sa mga medical professionals, di ba? Depression yung primary component eh. Since we are able to para bang work on it, okay, not technically para bang work on the bipolar thing. Di ba? Hindi natin role as hypnotist yung gagalawin yung meds nila, yung gano'n. Hindi. It's more on kung bakit sila nagkaroon ng gano'n in the first place. So, once you know yung para bang nakita mo na kung nasaan yung problema, then you work on it little by little. Hindi naman siya para bang magic wand na, di ba, na sinasabi na kapag pagtapos ng session na to, sobrang galing ka na, parang kala mo nagbagong tao ka na. No. So we work on it. We work with the client on how it is they going to recover.
I see. Okay. Ikaw, Jason, how about you? Ano yung mga experiences mo with it?
Nasabi na ni Robert eh, pero may mga ibang may mga ibang hindi umpisa yung relationship problem. So may iba na they can't sleep. Yun nga, may iba na umiiyak na lang sila, hindi nila maintindihan, then turns out it's about relationships or yun. So may iba naman it's about anxiety. So yun yung presenting problem nila, pero once you figure out yung pala yung husband or yung wife cheated and nagiging paranoid na. So that's one of the things that yung mga pumupunta. So, meron din na iba na they want to move on or karamihan nun dati, yung mga natatanggap ako, can you erase someone in my mind?
Okay. Those
Yung
are
para,
interesting points.
Technically pwede, di ba? Pwede naman natin gawin yung gano'n. Pero problema is, di ba, yung lessons learned with that, hindi matatanggal din. So, paano pag
Ulit
nakita
na
sila ulit
naman.
ng tao na yun, di ba?
Ulit na
tsaka,
naman.
tsaka minsan kasi sobrang emotionally charged yung isang bagay. Kaya ang hirap mo din tanggalin. Kumbaga parang naging part na na identity niya. So, hindi, kung matatanggal mo siya, babalik at babalik siya within an hour. Or
So parang merong gap, no? Merong parang hinahanap na ng system, parang ganun ba?
parang na-ingrain na rin sa kanila. So,
Parang,
yung,
kasi kunyari, for example, pag uwi niya sa bahay, puro picture din pala nung boyfriend niya yon. Paano mo alisin nga yun? Unless palayasin mo siya, papuntay mo siya sa ibang bansa. Di ba?
yeah, and nagiging problema pa nun, may isip niya na, teka, dahil bumalik ulit sa akin to, wala na makatulong sa akin ngayon. So it would become a downward spiral. So parang mas nagkakaroon pa sila ng learned helplessness na feeling nila wala na makakatulong sa kanila kasi they've been to psychiatrists, they've been to psychologists, tapos they really want na kalimutan lang nila to. Pero bumalik ulit. So mas lumalala. So that's the reason why I don't do those things kasi nga at babalik pa rin kasi you're in unless na pumunta ka ng Greenland or unless pumunta ka
Tapos,
Environment
Facebook
change
friends pa kayo, di ba?
di ba?
I see. Nung kasi di ba naalala ko nung 90s uso yun, di ba? Papadala ka sa probinsya, baka yung mga titos or titas natin, ganun, di ba? Padala ka sa US, sa titang ganito. Di ba yun yung solution dati?
Nagka-break
Break
up.
up, yeah.
Hiwalay kayo. Huwag kayo pumunta ng States. Yung mga
Jason,
ganun, di ba? Sa
Robert.
pelikula, napapanood natin.
Question, anong pinagkaiba pag male or female yung nagdala sa inyo ng problem? Do they explain it the same way? Is the experience similar o may pagkakaiba?
Sa akin, parang pareho lang.
Yeah, parang parehas lang eh. Siguro,
Parehas lang. Mukha lang pagkadating pag sa lalaki, mukhang sasabihin hindi mas mas strong, parang gano'n din. Pareho lang sila nagdadala ng problema. Hindi sila yung iba lang siguro mag-express.
Okay.
Doon lang yung pinagkaiba nun. Magkaiba lang sila kung paano nila express yung bagay na yun o yung problema nila, yung frustrations nila. Pero pareho lang yung nila, yung kung ano yung dinadala nila. Hindi siya yung parang, mas magaling magdala ang lalaki. Mas magaling magdala ang babae. Walang particular na gano'n. Once na tinamaan siya at yun yung problema, kahit makita mo devastated talaga yan. Devastated talaga yung tao.
Siguro following the same discussions, same argument, di ba merong the breaking up part. Paano naman yung those who are interested in having hypnosis, ethical hypnotherapy, siguro improve or maintain or even improve their relationship right now? Anong options available?
To strengthen the relationships between both.
Yeah.
So, Jason, ano ba yung...
Yeah, pwede kasing with hypnotherapy, they could let go of past hurt. So, kunyari, someone cheated, so, tapos feeling nila hindi na mababalik yung trust. So, ethical hypnosis could help them be at peace with what happened and and learn to move on. So, as long as meron din naman na kumbaga parang ethics of it na alam mo din na hindi rin naman ginawa. Kumbaga there's remorse on the other part. Kasi kumbaga parang kung ginawa mo na pinaayos mo lang to tas manlalalaki or bababae ulit. So it's not kumbaga it's not healthy for the other person. So you have to also make sure na there's remorse, there's something na physically na maayos talaga. So yun.
Okay.
And that's one big thing.
Jason, parang interesting yung process na yan, helping a person let go of past hurts. Could you, siguro, if possible, walk us through the process, especially for the hypnotherapist listening in din? Parang, parang very useful, especially in this, February awareness because of Valentine's coming up.
So, may mga iba akong naging kliyente din kasi na they had problems with their wife, with their husband na 10 years, 20 years ago, they cheated and they still
Okay.
can't get it out of their head. So, although sobrang tagal na, sobrang tapos na, and it's basically it's a short-term impulse, or it's an impulse. Kumbaga, it's a decision that they made on high emotions. That's also the reason why don't make decisions on based on emotions, 'di ba? So, yon, and what we did was we tried to figure out what's the compromise for it.
Okay.
Kumbaga, meron kasi na they need something na as a sort of sense of justice, na
Sense of justice.
may iba na gano'n na parang dahil ginawa niya to pero hindi naman siya nagsisi. So
Mm.
I need to in my own self na kahit ma-hypnotize ako, I
Mhm.
still need something na a proof na teka na nagkaroon na ng justice, or nagkaroon ng kahit papanong sense of punishment. So yon, and so we try to figure out what's that sort is for that person, and hindi kasi tayo yung kumbaga in their life, they're the expert in their life, they're the
Yeah.
expert in their mental health, in their emotional health. So they're the one, kumbaga we're just guiding kung ano ba yung lumalabas,
Okay.
and minsan hindi naman kailangan din yon. So minsan din they just want to be at peace with themselves, kasi minsan it's not really about the cheating, it's about
Okay.
themselves, that they can forgive na they allow themselves to be worthy to be cheated on. Parang dahil nagpabaya ako, dahil ganito, dahil
Okay.
hindi ko inasigaso. So, pero it's some part of it, dahil nga they're feeling it and they don't know what is it, and
Yeah.
they just feel bad.
Okay.
So, may iba, they project it to other people. May iba na, yon, they project it to their partner. Na yung
I see.
partner nila, teka, ano ba nangyari? Parang akala ko ba ayos na tayo? And kumbaga, consciously, they're ayos na talaga sila, pero unconsciously, it's not about the other person, it's about
I
them.
see. Okay.
So, yun din yung mga some things na you would figure out once you're dealing with the client.
I
And
see.
you
I
have to
see.
go in deep with it.
So, listening to that, Jason, parang ano pala siya na very complex yung inner world ng isang tao. I mean, di ba, looking at them, talking to them, parang it could be one thing, sasabihin, kasi ganito, ginawa sa akin to. But digging deeper, di ba, asking more questions, clarifying, pwede palang, kasi ganito, meron sariling hang-up, merong guilt over things not done in the past. Paano parang, how would a person know if they need help? Or dapat they should just tough it out or figure out things out on their own? Ano yung parang point or threshold?
Siguro sa akin, if it's affecting their life, if it's something that they are unable to do by themselves. Kasi as much as possible, we want them to help themselves. We want them to not need us. Di
Yeah.
ba? That's the goal of therapies, for you not to need me, and not to need the therapist. Eh. So, kasi if you're able to do it by yourself, then, kumbaga, you'd be stronger. Kumbaga, parang sa gym, kung
Yeah.
nabuhat mo yung weights na mag-isa, mas lalakas ka kaysa sa may nag-spot sa'yo. Pero minsan, you need someone na you're in deep, na you need someone to lift it up, na parang sa spotting na, kumbaga, pag in-spot ka sa gym, hindi naman niya binubuhat lahat eh. Kumbaga, minsan yung emotional thing lang, na perceived emotional support lang eh. So, minsan they kind of need those things, na an initial motivation to keep them moving. So, if it's affecting their life, if it's something na they can't do by themselves, if it's affecting other people around them, kumbaga may nasasaktan na sila, hindi na nila naalagaan ang anak nila, hindi na nila naalagaan yung iba na yung turing nila sa pamilya nila, they kind of project it to other people na walang kasalanan,
Yeah.
or they get dun din pumapasok mga iba, anger management, they tend to you blow up their fuse ng mas mabilis. So it's affecting their life and they can't deal with it by themselves. That's the time wherein they need to talk to someone else.
Okay, all right. So important, very important distinction. If hindi ka na makapag-go on with your life, the normal routine, it might be a good idea to start thinking of getting additional help.
Yeah,
How
and
about
if it's
good.
hurting everyone,
If it's
anyone around
hurting?
you, yeah.
I see. Okay. Robert, yes, you were going to add something.
Yes. you knew na meron akong idadagdag. Ito magaling na host to eh. Parang wala naman ako idadagdag. Pero siya, hindi, joke lang. Hindi, meron. Okay, well actually, when in regards to kung paano nasasaktan ng tao, well, it's a matter of technically perception. Di ba? Hindi naman, kasi iba yung pagkakaturo sa ating mga Pilipino, di ba? Kung paano, how love is, how a family is. Okay? If we're going to check other civilizations or other nationalities, di ba? Like it's been a practice from them, or di ba? Sabi natin ibang religion, or sabi natin it doesn't matter to them kung maraming karelasyon yung male, lalo for example the emperor, di ba, meron siyang empress pero meron siyang mga concubines. So how does that work? Bakit hindi affected yung, alam mo yan, bakit hindi siya nagiging kasi you will notice on how it was para bang taught to us or paano tayo pinalaki. And we know na ito yung reality. So kapag tinatamaan yung reality na yon, doon para sa tao na yon, doon siya nagiging para bang affected. Diba? Kasi bakit sinasabi natin, bakit siya hindi naman siya nasasaktan nung nangyari sa kanya to? Diba? Iba-iba experience eh. Bakit nag-iiba experience? Kasi iba-iba yung tinatawag nating yung paniniwala nila or yung perception nila about it. So, once we're dealing with that in regards to when we're doing the hypnotherapy session, I have to check kung paano yung perception niya on in regards to it, di ba? Para bang lahat tayo pwedeng tanungin what is love? Diba? Parang autobiography book, di ba? Maliliit pa tayo. Alam ko lang, ay maliliit pa kayo, ako hindi ko na mabutin yun.
Hindi ko
Hindi ka lumit.
So, di ba? Para bang how you define it, iba-iba yung definition ng bawat tao. Di ba? Pag sinabi natin family, iba-iba yung definition ng bawat tao. So, ibig sabihin, habang nangyayari yun or habang ginagawa yun, habang lumalaki yung tao, habang na-experience yan, the environment molds yung reality ng person yun. So, once na malaman mo na yan, then you'll see where's the problem at. Kasi kapag hindi mo nakita, para bang sabihin nating nagka-counsel ka lang, hindi mo naman inaalam kung saan talaga nangyari. Mag-a-advise at ikaw mismo magpupush nung para bang solusyon mo sa kanya na hindi naman nag-a-apply. That happens sa magkakabarkada, di ba? Nangyayari sa magkakabarkada, mag-a-advise ng kung ano-ano yung alam mo napakagaling na barkada na yun. Tapos alam mo, di ba makita mo, lalalato.
Alam mo na, no?
Lalalato.
Lalalato. Okay.
That's the thing about it. So, it's a matter of perception na kung paano nagiging ganun. It applies in any problem. It applies in any problem. Bakit nasasaktan yung tao na yun? Diba? Para bang ito, nasaktan ng tao na to nung nakita niyang may ginulpe. Pero nung nakita naman, wala naman, natutuwa siya. Kasi, di ba, parang ganun. So, it's a matter of perception.
So, Robert, parang for example, di ba yung panunod ng series, di ba? Kunyari yung boyfriend-girlfriend. Tapos yung boyfriend nagustuhan niya yung series eh. Tinuloy niya, nanood siya, hindi niya kasabay yung girlfriend. Tapos sumama yung loob. Na,
parang hindi mo ba personal experience yan?
Sana personal experience. Mas simple. Pero yan, diba, parang siguro in the sense, iba yung meaning. Parang may charge
yung pagkakasabi mo.
How do you feel about it?
How do you feel? Very pero yun nga, belief system, di ba? Kung parang, in a sense, expectation, para ano ba dapat ang boyfriend, ano ba dapat ang girlfriend, husband, wife. So, knowing that, what can we do to siguro align ba? Tama ba yung word? Paano bang magkasundo sa roles, expectations, pag merong magka-partner?
Kapag ganyan yung sinabi mo, it's like you're imposing na dapat yung mag-meet in the middle yung yung sitwasyon.
Okay.
Meaning, when you're saying that, it's like imposing na ito yung reality ko, ito yung reality mo, magkita tayo sa gitna.
Okay.
Magka-clash yun.
Okay.
magka-clash.
Away na naman, kasi balik sa away.
Oo, magka-clash. Kasi para bang nandun na yun sa para bang silver lining na kapag dumikit ng konti, ay away to. Kasi hindi mo sinunod eh. Di ba, hindi mo sinunod yung condition ko, ikaw, di ba, parang gano'n. Hindi.
Parang
So, ang
dictatorial na yung
what
relationship.
what we're trying to help with them is that that is totally fine kung ano yung reality niya. Dapat yun yung kailangan niyang tanggapin. Di ba? Di ba? Yung nga yung sinasabi ng ibang tao, hindi, dapat sumunod ka sa akin. Hindi, dapat. Di ba? Yun yung minsan naririnig natin eh. Hindi kasi ganito ako pinalaki. Hindi kasi ito yung turo sa akin ng magulang ko eh. So, habang nangyayari yon, yung pag nagbanggayan, naku, saan tayo? Away talaga yan. As devastating talaga na away yan. So, dapat, what we do is, especially for me, no, what we should do is let their reality na okay lang yung reality na gano'n. Na pwede niyang sabihin na, ito, masakit sa akin to pag ito ginagawa mo. Doon sa partner niya, sasabihin niya. So, bahala na si partner niya kung i-acknowledge niya na masakit pala yun para doon sa kanya. Kasi, doon ngayon nagkakaroon ng adjustments.
Okay.
Pero kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng conditions, na parang kung paano na banggit kanina, na nagkakaroon ng, agreement tayo. Pag hindi mo ito nasunod, away tayo. Parang ganun mangyayari. So, ibig sabihin, hindi magiging honest yung relationship. Kasi, siya para bang meron tayong tinatawag na preferences, di ba?
Okay.
Para bang pinili mo kung sino mamahalin mo. Kunyari, di ba yung type of job, yung matangkad, maputi, mababok, singkit. Diba, parang gano'n. So sabihin natin gano'n, paano kung hindi na siya matangkad, hindi na siya maputi, hindi na siya mababok, mahal mo pa ba yung tao na yun? So, di ba, nagkaroon kasi ng conditions in the first place. Okay? So kasi, di ba, precept yan. Natural yun, natural sa tao yung piliin natin kung sino yung mahalin natin. Okay lang yun. Pero yun nga, if you have to ask na, okay, pag minahal ko to, dapat ito talaga yung mamahalin ko na pwede magbago. Yung parang gano'n. So, kung hindi pwedeng i-break yun or kung hindi pwedeng i-bend yun, doon nagiging parabang devastating para doon sa tao na yun kasi hindi na nasunod yung parabang gusto niya in the first place. So, doon nagiging parabang masakit.
So, Bert, parang ang sinasabi natin is important to communicate para malaman kung ano yung conditions. But at the same time, you can't impose. Parang you have to allow freedom to choose either way. Siguro at this point, go ahead.
Ito lang.
Okay. Siguro at this point in the evening, kailangan natin mapasagot yung pinaka-importanting tanong ay, bakit ba masakit magmahal, Jason? Which is the title of Jason's book. Bakit nga ba?
Maganda yung book ni Jason.
Siguro before
tinanong ko din yung book.
Answer it, dadagdag ko lang yun doon sa sinabi ko. So, it has to, kumbaga, there has to be a sense of emotional maturity for each other person and you have to figure out din, ano ba yung, anong klaseng tao ba to? And you have to accept kung sino siya. Kasi kung hindi mo ina-accept kung sino siya. Kunyari, let's say nakilala mo sa bar tapos nakita mo na madali, gullible, tapos madaling makuha. Tapos then after lang nagkaroon kayo ng problema, tapos napansin mo na pumunta ulit siya sa bar and knowing kung ano siya. That who is na madali siya nakuha, madali mo siya nakuha and baka madali rin siya makuha ng iba because she may be emotional. You have to figure out is that the person that you could accept? Kasi if you're not emotionally mature about it, magkakaroon ng backlash and all those things. Especially if they're kunyari they're a young couple or not emotionally mature couple, diba? So you have to figure out then ano ba yung ugali nito. Kunyari, alam mo na itong ugali nito, ganito siya. Let's say may certain value siya na sumasagot sa let's say hindi nagsusorry or something na ganon. So once na nag-away kayo tapos hinihingi mo yung sorry niya, then hindi talaga kayo magka-clash kasi hindi mo inaccept who she is or who he is at the first place. So you have to figure out then talaga before you go into a relationship, you have to figure out what are the values, what are the qualities, ano yung sino siya, and you have to accept. Kung doon pa lang hindi mo ma-accept and there's a big problem in itself, you have to, kumbaga, you have to think twice kung about the relationship. Kasi as kumbaga, if you look at it in the future tense or in the future, yung magiging anak mo, they would inherit those kinds of traits and values, di ba? So then baka mag-iba yung turing mo sa anak mo or baka iba yung at the long run there's some crisis na there's parang ngayon there's financial crisis, so hindi mo na siya kung dati na-accept mo dahil you could get away with it dahil nakapagbakasyon kayo dahil there for some strange reason. So then you have to figure out nga talaga who that person is, and you have to accept what's kung ano siya, ano yung pinaniniwalaan niya, ano yung mga values niya. So yun, going back sa tanong mo yung
Yes.
bakit masakit magmahal, it's actually a book I've written way back 2016. So kasi back then I had the
Nursery
whole
pa lang ako noon.
ako ano pa rin, 21 pa rin ako.
21 pa rin. Consistent.
So it's actually a book na I've written because the whole month of May noon, I had lahat ng kliyente ko, they had mga heartaches. Iniwan ng boyfriend, iniwan ng asawa, niloko ng yung asawa, yung isa naman asawa niya OFW na dahil na lumatagal nagkaroon ng ibang pamilya na doon. So then yun, parang ang daming problema about heartaches. May iba na hindi maka-move on sa ex. So kahit abusive na yung ex. So one of the main things talaga, there's a lot of it inside the book eh. Pero one of the main things, it's expectations. So kasi nga you're expecting something out of someone na hindi naman siya, 'di ba? So ine-expect mo na ganito siya, ine-expect mo na na hindi siya magbabago, and the problem is when we're dating or when we, in the start of the dating process, we tend to put our best foot forward, or minsan we tend to put on mask na pag nanliligaw yung lalaki, they give out all the attention, all the things that yung babae naman minsan they or most of the time they fell in love with the idea of that person na sobrang ganito siya, and once that they're in the relationship and everyday life sinks in, nagbabago na yung tao, di ba?
Okay.
So hindi na yun yung taong minahal niya, and kasi yung taong minahal niya, everyday hinahatid siya, everyday binibigyan siya ng flowers, binibigyan siya ng chocolate, everyday pinakikinggan siya, tas after a month or after a week or after a year or after may iba 10 years, diba? Nagbabago because we tend to change, and you have to figure out then if that's where emotional maturity comes in. So kung sino ba yung minahal mo. Diba? So yung expectations mo, and minsan dahil unconsciously na you're trying to make that person, kunyari yung nanliligaw mo sobrang full attention, tapos ngayon na hindi ka na binibigyan ng full attention, you want unconsciously you'll be doing some things to make him that kind of person again. So sisigawan mo, papagalitan mo, dapat ginaganto mo. So unconsciously, kahit hindi ganun na diretso, you would be doing some things that would try to make that person be the person that you fell in love with.
Okay.
Diba? And dahil naman sa nanliligaw or the first start of a relationship, pinakita mo yung best foot mo or yung mascara mo on what that person should love. So, and yung totoong ikaw, after years or after months, lumalabas din talaga. So, then there's nagkakaroon na ng yung expectations mo with that person is not the same anymore. So
yan yung sinasabi nila na kapag di ba, na doon mo lang malalaman yung galing niya kapag nagsama na kayo sa isang bubong. Di ba? Yan yung sinasabi ng mga matatanda noon eh. Di ba? Sinasabi ni J. Job yun dati.
Naalala ko nga, sinasabi ko nga dati. Actually, nagulat ako kasi yung conversation natin naging very mature and adult na. Diba? Tinaanan natin yung talking about the core problem, emotional maturity, recognizing the values, being able to accept the person as they are. Na baka the way you met them probably is not who they'll be pag tumagal-tagal, nagkaroon ng pressure. And these are things na it's going to be difficult for anyone. Lalo na kung it's a person going through their own struggles, figuring themselves out.
Well, a tip for the viewers,
Yeah.
If you want to know if you're going to progress with the relationship, try to see if that person, the other, or your partner is able to recognize kung may problema.
Okay.
Okay, lalo na kung matatanggap niyang may problema siya.
I see.
Okay?
So mag-bring up,
That's a clue. Yes, that's a clue.
admit.
Kasi
Okay.
kapag ka hindi na siya, parang hindi niya nire-recognize na may problema siya, lumalabas ikaw lang palaging may problema. May
Okay.
problema kayo. Parang gano'n.
Okay,
May problema
okay.
yun.
Okay,
Kasi
very
hindi
clear.
niya nakikitang may problema siya eh. Okay?
Okay.
So mangyayari dyan, ikaw lang ngayon ang palaging nanunuyo or ikaw na lang palaging nag-a-adjust.
Okay.
So hindi magiging fruitful yun. Unless,
I see.
di ba, ang mangyayari dyan is parang hindi pa magmamanifest yung parang difficulties sa'yo personally. Makita mo yan after 20 years in the relationship. Diba? Mo na kayong parang kala nyo, casual lang kayong mag-asawa, parang ganun nangyayari. Kasi hindi na siya hindi na siya na-address before. Okay? Yung iba, nagiging devastating. Yung iba, di ba? Kaya nga iba, commit na lang ng bigla ng suicide. Kasi syempre, hindi nila hindi na nila kayang dalhin yung sarili nila, especially when it comes to emotional pain. So kung bakit masakit magmahal, tanongin niyo si Jason.
This is a topic na talagang laging maraming tanong, laging maraming clarification. Siguro as a last question for this evening, I'd like to ask si Jason tsaka si Robert their opinion. Kasi di ba, if you watch yung mga trending videos on YouTube, ang daming social media influencers, madalas family, couple, boyfriend, girlfriend, nag-play sila ng prank, yung nakabuntis ako prank or break na tayo prank. Any thoughts or opinions on, is this something that is good or bad for the relationship, or no impact, or okay lang ba siya kasi it's for entertainment? What do you think?
Depende sa reception pa rin eh.
Okay.
Kasi it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing for that person kasi we tend to like something na kumbaga depende kung gaano kalalim yung prank itself kasi if it's
How
just
deep you will go with the prank.
with the prank eh. So and what's the what's the values and what's the personality of the person na pa-prank mo. Di ba? If it's alam mo yung tao na yung pikon or alam mo yung tao na yun, they can't really take those things. So iba yung maging effect nun. Pero if it's something na yung relationship nyo, it's built on fun, it's built on emotions, it's built on highs and lows. So dahil doon it would be something different and something that would spark more emotions, more attractions.
Pero kaya ka nga magpa-prank, di ba? Kasi iinisin mo yung kabila. Tama ba?
Oo. Pero depende kung gaano kalalim.
Di ba? Yun yung objective mo, ba't mo siya pinaprank? But, ewan ko, naisip ko kung magpa-prank ako ng yung madali lang. Pero hindi, laging iinisin mo yung kabila eh. So, ibig sabihin,
parang yung part of the entertainment value, yung di ba, magwala. Kasi nga, para panoorin, para maging interesting.
Well, in any way, di ba sabi mo kung ano yung opinion about it. Well, it doesn't bring out any good about it, I think. So, kasi syempre, alam mong magkakaroon lang ng distrust eh. Di ba? Sabihin natin i-prank ka ng boyfriend, girlfriend mo, tapos hindi pala totoo. So, alam mo yun, yung unconsciously or subconsciously, mapuputol yung trust in a way eh, di ba? Parang ay putya, ayoko na itong gawin kasi di ba? Ginawa niya na to before eh. Alam mo yun? So, nawawala unconsciously, di ba? Yung trust doon. So, you're breaking the honest. Yung parang ginagawa mo siya ng trust issues. Diba, between the relationship. So, kung gusto niyo mag-prank within the couple, bahala kayo, diba?
Parang, thinking about it, parang, iba kasi mag-prank ka, iba yung prank kasi video mo pa, tapos alam ng lahat. Diba? Medyo different, different flavor. Given what you guys
okay lang
said.
yung mag-prank, pero alam mong, hindi mo siya karelasyon. Wala kayong, yung mutual, parang relationship. Kasi, you're breaking that part eh. You're ginagawa mo ng lamat eh. Tapos bibigyan mo ulit ng glue eh. Parang gano'n eh. Babasagin kita pero hindi. Didikit ko ulit. parang kasi gano'n yung prank. Di ba?
So parang in a sense yung mga medyo mas emotionally fragile, it's not a good idea
Oo, and
No, parang
you will not know kung sino talaga emotionally
until
yung
may something.
fragile.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
kala mo strong siya pero nung ginawa mo to, devastated siya.
Gulo.
Lagot
Sinunog
ka.
yung PS5 mo.
Pero
Okay.
exciting yun. Exciting makanood ng ganun.
Oo.
Entertaining, di ba?
Pag hindi ikaw.
Oo, entertaining siya. Pero yun nga, good luck sa inyo.
Okay.
Pero kung gusto niyo mag-prank, yan, kay Job nyo igawin.
Nako,
Prank
na.
na yun.
Then,
Si Job
epiko na
talaga.
ako.
Dating
Okay.
taga-wow malito.
So, with that, alam ko marami pang questions sa mga viewers. Guys, feel free to go to our webpage, Ethical Hypnosis Institute, to ask your questions kung meron pang mga follow-up. And at the end of the show, at the last part, we'd like to invite you to our course, Ethical Hypnotherapy Institute. We'll be teaching basic hypnotherapy through online means. And what this means is that for those, if you're going through a relationship issue, you want to help people with relationship issues, there's a different way to do it, di ba? Hindi yung advice giving, hindi yung nagda-diagnose ka in advance, hindi yung kakargahin mo yung problema niya. There are better ways. There are different ways. And like we discussed earlier, di ba? There's a type of questioning you can use to really understand what's going on. There's a type of language you can use to help the person handle it themselves. Siguro ang isang share ko rin with the viewers, one of the key differences ng hypnotherapy is we don't want to be your your hypnotherapist for life. We'd like to help you get on with yours, give you the tools, give you the abilities to keep on going. Kasi marami pang iba dyan, marami pang ibang gagawin, marami pang ibang challenges. So guys, any last reminders to everyone before we sign off?
Yun, ang hirap ng sinabi mo. Last reminder.
Last reminders, last fuck you, last
Magkikita pa naman yata tayo next week ulit.
Next week.
Diba? So anyways, so we'll do this habitually. But yun nga, in regards to the relationship, no? So the tip earlier, of course, never assume. Yung kagad yun, never assume. Learn to accept kung ano yung, kung sino talaga yung, di ba, karelasyon mo. And lastly, kapag may problema, you have to communicate. And it's a two-way
Tango.
Oo, di ba? Hindi pwedeng isa lang yung nagsasalita tapos walang receiving end from your end, from your part, di ba? So it's a two-way relationship. So dapat nag-uusap kayo doon. And you don't need to agree on everything.
Okay.
Kasi kaya nga meron tayong individuality pa din. Di ba kaya nga yan yung kalahati ng buhay mo. So I mean, di ba, para bang you're the half, better half, parang ganun sinasabi, di ba? Parang better half. So, ibig sabihin, hindi kayo yung better whole.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, hindi ikaw yung siya.
May identity ka pa rin, parang gano'n. Okay.
Di ba? Ngayon, uso nga di ba? Kailangan ko alam ko dapat lahat ng password mo. Kaya sa social media, ay nako, kapag ginawa mo yun, hindi na, ano yun, para bang hindi na, bahala kayo. Di ba? It's a, para bang, it's your own decision, it's your own thing, but as much as possible, meron ka pa rin individuality, meron ka pa rin your own personality per se. Diba? Kasi paano pag nawala? Ito na yung sinasabi ng mga tao, diba, nawala na siya, paano na ako? Yung ganong linya. Diba? Diba? Parang paano na ako mabubuhay? Kasi iwan niya na ako. Ganon. So, kasi binigay mo lahat na hindi mo naman dapat ibigay dapat lahat. Diba? Parang ganon. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano lang yung nararapat na ibigay mo sa isang relasyon to keep you intact as always.
Alright. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
Okay, Jason?
Ang dami na nasabi.
Hindi na masulat sa notebook.
Yeah, or yung siguro one thing din na I would add. So you have to, if you're, especially if you're young, you have to get to as many relationship as you could. Kasi nga it's about maturity
Learning.
and it's about learning, and minsan talaga you have to learn about heartbreaks, and then you have to fall so you could understand how does it feel, you could understand how is it. So that's one good thing then, if you're in relationship, it always look for what could you improve on, and how could you understand the other person, kasi at the end of the day, you won't be perfect, you won't know everything, pero you would be, what you could do is be alert and be sensitive about what's happening. Kasi kung napansin mo na emotionally charged na yung kwento niya, or may mga pahiwatig siya na may laman na. So you have to figure out, you have to talk about it. You have to minsan you have to be vulnerable to really understand how they feel. So, meron nga akong na nakitang meme nun. Sabi na, yung women, yung sabi ng babae, communication is the key. Tapos yung lalaki, ano problema? Good night. so so yeah, you have to, because you have to make sure that you push through. Hindi yung you have to be emotionally mature about it, na hindi ka naapektuhan ng mga small things kasi minsan that's their upbringing. That's something na that's how they feel. And meron ngang siguro one thing that I could add din. Bakit may ibang lalaki na minsan nga gano'n na parang ang ayos-ayos na ngayon tapos biglang mamaya galit na agad siya. Or biglang mamaya biglang wala na. So it's a working theory na ginawa ni Ross Jeffries actually sa he's an NLP practitioner. Sinabi niya noon na women tend to fractionate. Women are being a fractionation. So what does that mean? So they go in and out. Kasi for fractionation, it's a hypnosis term. Basically, kapag may nararamdaman, kunyari may parang ano siya parang kunyari na in love ka sa isang bagay. Tapos hindi mo yung nakita. Tapos pag nakita mo ulit, mas may in love ka. Tapos pag hindi mo nakita ulit, pag bunalik ka mo, mas na-in-love ka ulit. So, we tend, it's the, pabalik-balik, mas lumalakas yung emotion mo about it. And, parang, it happens all throughout in our lives. Di ba? May, kunyari, pag nag-alarm ka ngayon, natulog ka, nag-alarm ka, pag nagising ka sa alarm, papatay mo, i-snooze mo. Tapos, pagka-alarm ulit, mas inaantok ka na, pero i-snooze mo pa rin. So, pangatlo, pang-apat, hindi mo na naririnig yung alarm because mas lumalalim yung antok. And it applies to other emotions. Ganun din sa galit, ganun din sa love. So, unconsciously, it's a working theory na ginawa niya. Sinabi niya, unconsciously, women want to feel more love. Kasi love is an emotion. It has to move. Kumbaga, you can't be happy all the time. If you're happy all the time, hindi na siya nagiging happiness. Kumbaga, nagiging boredom na siya. Nag-iiba siya. So, then, unconsciously, sinabi niya na they tend to want to feel more love. So, they may be questioning, teka, totoo ba itong nangyari na to? What if hindi totoo to? So parang they get out of yung feeling for it to be intense. So, pero it does not mean that it applies to everyone. So, may ibang babae, may ibang tao na they tend to get out and go in. For that, mas mag-i-increase. Kumbaga, may iba na, but may ibang lalaki na sabi, ano ba itong babae to? May toyo, tato. Awayan ako, tapos biglang awayan ako. So, you have to figure out that they're unconsciously, they may be trying to improve the love, increase the love that they're feeling. And, kumbaga, you would, mas ma-appreciate mo yung isang bagay pag nawala, di ba? Mas ma-appreciate mo yung isang bagay kung meron kang kinukumpara. So, and you just have to be emotionally mature about it and have to figure out na, baka this is something na she's unconsciously doing to keep the fire burning. Kasi, so, yun. And, for those who'd like to learn more about yung book, Bakit Masakit Magmahal, I actually would be giving out yung book na yun for free sa seminar ko. So, Saturday, it's about moving on sa group hypnotherapy. If you're going to attend, it's actually 500 pesos lang. It's an hour it's an hour of group hypnotherapy. So if you have problems moving on, letting go, it might not be relationship, it may be past problems, past decisions that you did, past things na ginawa mo na you can't move on. So it's an hour-long group hypnotherapy, and for those who would be attending, I would be giving out yung book na Bakit Masakit Magmahal for free for that's included with the seminar. So ano lang, PDF lang. So yun. And I'd like to invite you, syempre, for our online group, online hypnotherapy certification, basic certification. So you'd learn about how we do what we do. You would learn about how to do hypnosis online, and you would learn how to help people, help yourself to
This will be
be
coming
emotional.
March.
March 2. So it's an 8 session long, tapos mangyayari siya every Tuesday, Thursday evening. So it's 8 sessions plus one session for certification if you want to go with the certification. Pero if not, it's okay. 8 sessions naman siya. So then we may be adding in uh, additional sessions depende sa receptions ng tao kasi we really like to make sure na you're getting the full knowledge of it. It's the full skills of it. So it's included na we'd be coaching you talaga uh, uh, focus coaching. So yon.
Yan.
So,
Oh,
with
so
that,
yung mga babae,
diba?
alam na ng sasagot ng mga babae kapag
Alam na.
pag tinanong sila ng lalaki, ba't ka tinutuyo? To improve the love. Diba?
Yeah.
Yan yung sagot nila.
Nagpa-fractionate ako.
Right lang ako. Alam mo na yon, di ba? Alam
Alam
mo
na
na
ng
yun.
babae sasagot nila doon. Ang ganda ng tip ni Jason. Diba? Bakit masakit magmahal? To improve the love.
Sige.
Bakit mo ko inaaway para siyuin mo ako?
Para sa
Yun pala yun. Naku, alam ko na. Marami mag-aaway ngayong Feb. So, malaman natin sa March yung mga magpapasession ng March.
ready na sa magpapasession na. So with that final note, guys, thank you for tuning in. So please feel free to message us then sa group for any other questions about the course, about your personal questions. And that's it. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See
Alright,
you again
thank you.
next week.
See you next week.